All right, guys, thanks for coming back and joining me, Edward Kraatz, Second Ink Nation, for another video. I did a Justice League piece, kind of just celebrating the whole Zack Snyder Justice League cut. I know you guys have heard about it, so I'm a big DC fan, love Superman and Batman. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you like it, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. You guys are awesome. Enjoy the artwork, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. All right, guys, as you can see, I have my drawing all laid out. I tightened up the pencils so that I could really see where I wanted my colors to go down. This is a pretty detailed piece. I mean, we're talking the whole Justice League. I've even got Martian Manhunter in there. So you really want those pencils. A lot of people don't go with darker pencil values because they know that those markers, the alcohol-based markers, may smudge those. I'm not necessarily worried that much about that. So as you can see, I'm starting to lay down what I call basic flat tones. It's pretty much the same way as if you're working in digital. You lay down a base color across your piece, and then later on, you'll see through the video, I'll start to come back with darker values. But I really try to map this out as best I can to kind of get a feel for how dark I want a piece. Sometimes I have no idea what it is that I'm kind of looking for, so I'll just start laying down those base colors and I'll let the artwork kind of talk to me a little bit. The natural blending of these alcohol-based markers will sometimes lead me to where my shadows need to be, and they're amazing. If you guys haven't used the alcohol-based markers, they're great. I'm using Copics right here at this point. I do switch back and forth between the Copic and the Prismacolors for different reasons. The Copics are softer, definitely easy to blend, where the Prismacolor markers generally will have a pretty opaque tone. Not that you can't get that with the Copics, but that's just my take on it. You can see, as I spoke earlier, I like to move around the piece. I'll try to get a feel for where each character is going to be positioned. Yes, I did pencil them in, but it starts to really take on a different look. As you can see, where we start just mapping out each individual character, you can see Green Lantern and Batman starting to come in. You know, I'll, here in a minute, bounce up to Cyborg, but you can see I'll map out Wonder Woman's cape. You know, and there's a lot of detail here with the characters in the background to the foreground, or the background to the midground to the foreground. So that's all important as you start laying your colors down when you're planning a piece on how those contrasts are going to be, keeping a continuity with the artwork. You can see I'm starting to work a little bit on the background here. I've had a lot of people ask me about the technique and what do you do. So I really want to just walk you through laying down your flats, your base tones, and then kind of coming in and generally working those darker values. Now here I changed the lighting on it so you could really get a good picture on how those contrasts are looking. A while ago the lighting was a little off, so we changed that just so that you could see the difference, and I think it really brings out the contrast in the colors as I start to tighten up the background and really bring this piece together. Why do I work with the markers? A lot of people do it different. I work with the markers first, and I save the heavy blacks and the inks for later because I tend to find that the alcohol-based markers will smudge the inks. It's like they'll pick it up and just kind of move it around, and it blurs those blacks a little bit, the inks. So I try to wait as long as I can before I start laying, putting on the inks. And you can see me bouncing all around, showcasing how this piece is really starting to come together and tightening it up. I'm just adding some more contrast into it, you know, and then I'll start to ink into each individual character as we move through that. That's a process that I like. I found that it has worked for me, and you could definitely do it how you want. I do see people go straight from pencils and then right to inks, and then yet somehow they're able to lay down their colors and it doesn't smudge and it doesn't smear. For me, that just doesn't work. So you can see here now, pretty much done with the colors. I am laying on the inks and just trying to tighten this up and pull it together. I think it's turning out pretty good so far. We just work through this, and then I'll start bringing those last minute values in. We've got a good up close view for you guys to see how this is turning out. Well, all right, guys, here it is all finished up. What do you think? I had a lot of fun drawing this. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me draw it. Pretty cool. Love DC. See you guys in the next video.